Right then, let's talk about trucks. Proper big ones. HGV stands for heavy goods vehicle. These are the massive lorries you see bombing it down the motorway day and night. Think about everything you own, your telly, the food in your fridge, the bricks in your house, even the tea bag for your morning brew. Chances are a truck brought it somewhere along the line. Without these machines and the skilled drivers behind the wheel, the country would grind to a halt. It's that simple. They are the lifeblood, the proper backbone of Britain, shifting everything we need from ports to warehouses and from factories to the shops on the high street. These aren't just big vans, mind you. Getting a license to drive one of these beasts is a proper challenge. You've got to know what you're doing. It takes training, a good head on your shoulders, and an understanding of the machine you're in charge of. You're not just steering, you're managing a massive weight, thinking miles ahead and dealing with tight spaces a car driver wouldn't even dream of. It's a serious job for serious people. These drivers are professionals, making sure the goods get delivered on time, whatever the weather, whatever the traffic. It's a massive responsibility when you think about it. People often just see a big lorry and get a bit annoyed when they can't get past it. But you've got to look at the bigger picture. That driver is doing a vital job. They might be carrying fresh produce that needs to get to the supermarket before it goes off, or essential medical supplies for a hospital. The whole economy relies on this constant movement of goods, so next time you're stuck behind a truck, just remember it's probably carrying something you'll be buying later that week. It's a network that never stops, a constant flow of stuff that keeps our lives running smoothly. The industry itself is huge. It's not just about the drivers. You've got the mechanics who keep the trucks in top nick, the logistics planners in offices figuring out the quickest routes, and the warehouse teams loading and unloading the trailers. It's a massive team effort, but the driver is the one out there on the front line, the one facing the long miles and the early starts. They are the final crucial link in a very long chain. Without them, everything just stops. It's a proper grafter's job, and it deserves a bit of respect, I reckon. So, what's it actually like? Forget your 9 to 5. A trucker's day is a different beast altogether. Your alarm might go off at 3 in the morning. It's pitch black, freezing cold, but the truck needs to be on the road. You start with your daily walk-around check. You're not just kicking the tires. You're checking everything: lights, brakes, fluids, couplings. Your life and the lives of others depend on this machine being spot on. If something's not right, you have to sort it. Only when you're 100% happy do you climb up into that cab, which is going to be your office and home for the next day. Once you're rolling, the clock is ticking. Legally, you can drive for a set number of hours, but your working day can be much longer. A 13 or even 15-hour day is not unusual. This includes your driving time, plus loading and unloading, waiting at depots, and doing your paperwork. You're constantly watching the clock and your tachograph, the little device that records your every move to make sure you're following the rules. It's a mental game as much as a physical one. You're concentrating on the road, the traffic, the weather, and all the deadlines you have to meet. Lunch is usually a sandwich in the cab, grabbed during a mandatory break. You might be parked up in a noisy lay-by or a busy service station. There's not much glamour in it. The day is a long stretch of tarmac, roundabouts, and other drivers. You learn to find your own rhythm. You listen to the radio, a podcast, or just the rumble of the engine. You become an expert at predicting what other road users will do. You see things a car driver would miss. It's intense concentration, hour after hour. By the afternoon, you might be hundreds of miles from where you started. As the day ends, you're looking for a place to park up for the night. Finding a secure spot can be a challenge in itself. You do your final checks, sort your logbook, and then try to wind down. Your cab is your world. You might have a small microwave to heat up some grub and a bunk bed to sleep in. It's a solitary life for sure. You're away from your family for days, sometimes weeks at a time. It takes a certain type of person to handle that. It's a tough, demanding job that asks a lot of you day in, day out. Let's be straight about this. Trucking is a dangerous game. You're in charge of a vehicle that can weigh over 40 tons. When something goes wrong at 50 miles an hour, it goes very wrong. The biggest risk is, of course, a crash. You're on the road more than anyone else, so your chances of being involved in an incident are naturally higher. And because of the sheer size and weight of your rig, any collision can be catastrophic. You have to be alert 100% of the time. A moment of distraction doesn't just cause a prang. It can be life-changing for you and for others. The long hours themselves are a massive risk factor. Fatigue is a killer on the roads. It creeps up on you. The rules on driving hours are there for a reason, to stop drivers from falling asleep at the wheel. But even with the brakes, the sheer length of the working day can wear you down. Your reaction time's slow, and your judgment can get clouded. You're pushing your body and mind to the limit. It's a constant battle to stay fresh and focused, especially when you're driving through the night or in rubbish weather like fog or heavy rain. It's not just about accidents either. The job takes a toll on your health. Sitting down for hours on end isn't good for you. It can lead to back problems and other health issues. The lifestyle can be tough too. Eating on the road often means grabbing unhealthy food from service stations because it's quick and easy. It takes real discipline to eat well and try to get some exercise when you're living in a cab. Then there's the stress of the job, the deadlines, the traffic, the time away from home. It all adds up and can have a real impact on your mental well-being. And let's not forget the risks to other road users. Cars often don't understand how a truck works. They don't realize how long it takes for a 44-ton lorry to stop, or about the massive blind spots around the vehicle. Drivers will cut in front of you, not leaving enough space, or hover in a blind spot where you can't see them. Part of a trucker's job is defensive driving. You're always trying to anticipate the mistakes other people are going to make. You're the professional, and you carry the weight of that responsibility every single mile you drive. So, with all the long hours, the risks, and the time away from home, why would anyone want to do this job? Well, the simple answer for a lot of folk is the money. The pay can be bloody good. When there's a shortage of drivers, wages go up, and if you're willing to put in the hours and do the less desirable jobs, you can earn a very decent living. For a lot of people, it's a way to provide a good life for their family, even if it means not seeing them as much. The financial security it offers is a massive draw, no two ways about it. Some of the best money is in specialized work. If you're transporting dangerous goods like fuel or chemicals, that requires extra qualifications and comes with extra risk, so it pays more. Driving an oversized load, the ones with a police escort, is another specialist skill that commands top dollar. Even things like refrigerated transport or driving a car transporter can offer better rates than general haulage. The key is to get more tickets, more qualifications. The more you can do, the more valuable you are and the more you can earn. It's all about finding your niche in the industry. For some, it's not just about the money, it's the freedom. You're out on the open road. You don't have a boss looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes. You're your own governor for most of the day. You get to see the country from the top of Scotland down to the coast of Cornwall. Every day is different, with new routes, new challenges, and new views from your office window. There's a sense of pride in doing a job that really matters, in knowing that you're a vital cog in a massive machine. It's a hard life, but it can be a rewarding one. So how do you get into the good-paying jobs? My advice is simple. Start by getting your basic HGV license, your Class 1. Then don't be afraid to put the work in and get experience. Look for companies that offer training for specialist roles, like getting your ADR license for hazardous goods. Build a reputation for being reliable and professional. Good drivers are always in demand. At the end of the day, trucking is a trade-off. It demands a lot from you, but it can give a lot back in return. A good wage, a sense of purpose, and a view of the world that most people never get to see. Proper job.